Okay, so for me, please, just pretend that the table leg is not there. I'm working with what I've got. So I'm coming back to you on a different day because it's winter and I'm really struggling with natural light at the moment. And if you know anything about me, you know that I hate when I can't use natural light. Oh, it's pretty. It's shining through the Christmas tree. If you can see, this is what we've got. So this company, brand, if you can even call it that, they were not slick enough to even name their colours differently. Very dodge. But the general consensus is, from myself, what you're paying for when you get the Brutfuners, the Macaron colours, is the shade. You're not paying for the quality. Definitely not. You can probably tell from the coverage that you get. Obviously you're seeing the same colour, but the quality is so much better, and it's just the makeup or the ingredients the pencils are composed of. It just feels and looks completely different on the same paper. So I think, what paper is this? I've taken the label off, but of course, I tend to use 160 GSM. So I also, with the same paper, because I get a lot of the same sketchbooks, I buy Sea White of Brighton sketchbooks. You'll like this maybe. I attempted some drawings with them. For the darker lines, I used a tiny bit of Faber Castell, so like these ones. I think I used red violet though, so not these ones. But let me just focus on that. As you can see, I mean, let's ignore that terrible drawing. It's all right. Do you know what? I think overall I would be recommending, if you have a young artist in your family, and by young I mean below student age, like college student age, below that, and they're into drawing, these are the perfect pencils for them. Yes, I was using Faber Castells when I was in my GCSEs, which is about 14 to 16, but that is not the point. I think I would have enjoyed drawing with these when I was that age. Yeah, the shades are fantastic, versatile, but you have to remember that you are paying for a dupe. Well, a kind of bad dupe, a knockoff, I would say. They didn't even spell some of the things correctly. Let's just Rose Guier. But yes, I don't know, would not recommend them to someone who is looking for amazing quality. These are the sort of pencils where you've spent £13 on a set of 50, and you know, you want to go to like the museum, or you want to go somewhere where you can do some outside drawing. For pencils that you don't have to worry too much about damaging or whatever, these are great, I would say. I think these are fab for that. I don't think I'll be getting them again, or any of the other sets that they do. Perhaps for some gentle colouring, like colouring in pages, kids colouring books, adult colouring books, you name it. These are great, but yes, very clearly they attempted to recreate Holbeins, and they haven't quite succeeded in terms of quality. That is my overall review. So if I, for example, if I use a little bit of this, because I like a little bit of contrast, obviously that defeats the point of having this be a pastel pencil review. If you wanted to use these to save yourself materials costs, and then use more high quality pencils to touch these up, like to touch the piece up, I think that would be fab. Is that even focused? Nope. I really don't know why I chose this photo of this cappy. I just thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, if I'm, obviously I want to darken this area. They work well with Faber Castells if you're, I guess, using them in conjunction in the same piece. If you want to just highlight hairs. But yeah, I don't reckon this will be a very long review, purely because there's not too much to say about them. I think especially if you have a young artist in your family, you're looking for a last minute Christmas gift. Christless. Perfect, I would say. I almost want to give these to my cousin, but to be fair, if she's watched my video and she's just seen me say how they're a bit cruddy, they're good but a bit cruddy, I feel like she's not going to be convinced. But nonetheless, I will be recommending them when I inevitably visit them on Boxing Day. With disclaimers, of course. Can we even fix this? I don't know. Try and fix it with Fabers. I think obviously I did the nose too like far up, so I can attempt to fix that. It's a far cry from being a good depiction of a cappy, but oh well. Oh geez. Do some squiggles. They've got like good pigmentation, good coverage. It's just when you compare them to what they're meant to imitate, it's not looking good, guys. For like travel companion pencils on a budget, these are fab. And to be honest, I do get a bit nervous when I have to take my nicer pencils out if I want to be drawing on location. But now I can just sort of grab the closest translations or the closest variants of the Faber Castells or the Holbeins that I'd ideally be using in a final piece and just take them with me to travel. So they're fine. They are fine. Some of them, and you know what, this is like across the board with a lot of pencil brands, some of the shades just feel smoother to use than others. Currently I'm having trouble with the Venetian red in Faber Castell's range because it feels really crunchy compared to other shades, which is a bit weird. And when you're trying to blend seamlessly, it's not great, but we move. I think it's very bold of them to use the same colour names sometimes. Violet Storm, that's quite nice. I've got very mixed reactions. I knew even upon purchasing them that they weren't going to be my pencil of choice because I pretty much solidified that already, and I'm not going back. So I wasn't getting my hopes up to spend less on art materials, that's for sure. But yeah, I think not too bad. I am drawing this standing up. It's probably shaken a whole bunch, but do you know what? It's all good. Here's some mediocre capybara drawings. I have better drawings on the rest of my channel, I hope you will think. So go and watch those. Let's move this. We want to get a good thumbnail. Let's have a look. I'll just grab these. I'll grab this one. Also, this one's called Sycamore. Not a word, not a real word. So really don't know where they've got that from. How about that? Bye bye guys. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. I forgot to mention something quite important. When I was using sort of this greyish murky purple, it was producing these gross green lines just from like the side of the pencil, and then also just as I was colouring across and just filling the area, it was creating these huge scratch lines in the paper, which are irreversible. Yes, so the mark of a very dodgy lead. Just something else to consider if you are thinking of getting these for someone or for yourself. That green or blue or whatever definitely should not be part of the pencil I was using. I mean, already quite a dodge looking drawing I've done, but that doesn't help, does it? Okay, bye for real this time.